you've gone to the beach a few times this week, right?
Yeah, I did go today, but there was fog and it was cooler. So I was like, should I go? Because I saw that fog bank driving in. I was like, should I risk it? And I went out there, it was still nice.
Still okay.
Yeah, it's hard to not enjoy the beach anytime, any weather.
Yeah, fog just kind of hanging along the coast, right?
Yeah, it was like, depending on what part of the beach you're on, you could be in a really sunny spot or you could be like in a spot that was completely covered in gray fog. So it was patchy this afternoon, but it was more organized this morning. Here's a photo from the fog this morning in Santa Barbara. We have the light from the sunrise and from the city, creating a very nice visual here that we got sent in this morning. Though we didn't have that fog to start the day in North County or San Luis Obispo County, it has since arrived as of this afternoon. That fog started to stretch all the way up the central coast. We do have a dense fog advisory in effect, First Alert Weather app for our local alerts, and this is also a view of a time lapse from the sunrise this morning near the south coast. We can see those clouds were already there as we saw in the last photo, and they stuck around all day long. Here is that alert that is in effect for SLO County, Santa Barbara County, all the way down through Ventura County until 10 a.m. tomorrow. Low visibility, so that may be a concern for anyone driving on the roads tomorrow morning, even down to Southern California. Hard to see in this gray color, but that alert does extend all the way through Los Angeles County and San Diego County also until 10 a.m. tomorrow. So if you're traveling, that may impact you. But more cloud coverage is going to be building into Southern California over the weekend. It started to arrive late last night, and that's why the south coast got it first this morning. Then it started to extend a bit north this afternoon. But these clouds will stay steady along with our onshore winds, very calm wind speeds, but that is bringing that fog just far enough to cover our coastal areas, not into our valley areas. Not only am I tracking fog for the morning tomorrow, but also a cooler afternoon. We have some onshore winds slightly coming in from the north and mostly from the west right towards the central coast, so bringing some cooler ocean air to our coastline. So that's going to cause our temperatures to dip down into the 60s for the day tomorrow. But on Sunday, we have another high pressure system here. It's going to start making its way towards us, not quite building in until about Monday, but that is the next system that is going to be warming us up for the week next week and keeping us protected all week long next week from rain chances. Here's a look at our hour-by-hour forecast for the Parade of Lights on Sunday in Santa Barbara. Could be a little gloomy at that time, but temperatures 60s and 50s. Here's our future track. I showed those clouds that are going to continue to move into areas south of Point Conception through Saturday afternoon, may impact Santa Barbara, Goleta communities on the south coast. Some clearing on Sunday for our area, and then once we get to next week, clouds are going to be coming in from the northwest. Beyond that, closer to Christmas, there are going to be some storms moving in towards Northern California around the week of Christmas. There is a possibility some of that wet weather could travel down towards our area to bring maybe some rain around the day or days before Christmas. For our south coast tomorrow, cooling into the high 60s, mid to high 60s, 68 tomorrow in Santa Barbara, cooling into the 60s as well for northwest Santa Barbara County, though hanging on to those low to mid 70s in the interior areas, including Santa Ynez, 72 in San Luis Obispo, high 60s, low 70s for most of San Luis Obispo County, and 69 degrees tomorrow in Ventura, those staying about 10 degrees warmer away from the coast. Those onshore winds not very strong, as I showed. Here's a look at the warmer weather we can expect once again next week, rising right up into the mid to high 70s. Monday and Tuesday will be the warmest days with some sunshine in the afternoon, and then partly cloudy conditions for the rest of the forecast after that, though that high pressure is going to take some time to break down, so will likely be in the 70s through at least Thursday for some areas through next Friday. That's a look at your forecast.